Hello everybody and welcome to another MX Bikes video. Today guys, we are back to speedrunning here on MX Bikes once again, and I've made some changes to the run. I'd like to make these changes a bit earlier before people really start attempting it. I feel like there's only been like 2 other runs other than me and Linz's that have been submitted. Linz didn't even get accepted because I don't know, I think this video was like privated or something. It's pretty funny. Listen, the mods, I can't get in contact with you. It really sucks because these are changes I wanted to make a while ago, and so if a lot of you guys did runs for Linz's video, this kind of invalidates them, and I apologize, but there's just nothing I can do. Like, I would have made these changes before I even uploaded my first video, but I got excited about it, and I went for it. Probably should hold off a little bit. Anyway, stick to the end of this, guys. I'm doing the entire run in here. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it, but I first want to talk about the rules real quick. And if you guys have any questions, like stuff that I didn't, I guess, clarify on, please put that in the comments so I can, you know, address that on the website, or maybe just address it in my next video, whatever it is, because I'm probably going to miss some stuff. So the run is the same structure. You're still doing all 17 tracks in the same order, but how it's being timed is different, right? Because previously I wanted you guys to time everything, and, you know, with, you know, load times in and out of, you know, the track of testing, it's going to differ between PC. And at first I was like, only load in times are different. So I was like, oh, we can just take load times out, and we can leave exit times, menuing, all that stuff in. But I actually DM'd Paboso, and he ended up telling me that exit times are also determined based on PC and, you know, how good your unit is and whatnot. So we can't really do any load times. So to not make this super complicated for you, I've done it in the most simple way I can without making it too boring. I really think adding all the lap times is a bit of a boring way to do it. You know, you're sitting there for 40 minutes, but you're only taking like 23 minutes of the run, or whatever it is, just lap time. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. It's not a huge change from just taking lap times, but the way this is gonna be timed is on every track you run, even the first one, right? Previously, the run started at the start line or the finish line right there to my right, and that's where it started. Now we're going to start from the pits every single time on all 17 tracks, and the finish will still be the finish line. But what you're going to do is before you exit from the pits, or you click to track in the bottom right, you're basically just going to start your timer, or do it right as you click it. And right as you click it, boom, timer starts. On every single track, you have to work your way from the pits to the start line. And I think this can vary up runs. I think there could be some interesting ways you get to the start line to start your lap, because some of these tracks have pits that are fairly far away, like Washougal or Maryland or practice track, and so maybe there's some wacky ways you guys can get to the start line in a faster manner than just following the track, or, you know, just the normal lines you take to get there. And that's really it. Your timer starts there, you go, you do a lap, your lap has to count, and then right as you cross that finish line and the lap is displayed on max HUD in your top left, right when it shows that it counted, boom, stop the time, then you can go to the next track. Now, I still want your guys' VODs of your speedrun to be unedited. Uncut, unedited. You're going to have to record the entire run, even when that timer's not moving, when you guys are doing the menuing and stuff, just so I know you guys are not cheating. If we see a single cut in your video, it's just not going to count. Doesn't matter. Any other proof you have, it's just not going to count. So make sure your recording settings are good, and make sure it does not crash or anything like that. Listen, this game's wacky. Your game can crash mid-run. I don't think that's a big deal. But just leave it uncut. You know what I'm saying? Do not cut anything. The run's got to be one full recording with the live split timer on there. You don't have to do a bunch of, you know, splits and stuff. You could literally just have the timer in the top right and just pause it and, you know, play it, whatever it is. Just have the timer at minimum. But it'd be cool to see the splits and stuff as well. But anyway, yeah, cross the finish line. That's it. You stop the time, then you go to the next track. You just do this for all 17. That's literally it. You're going to see how I do it in this video. I explain it all. And I do also want to clarify that you guys can do any cuts you want on the track that I guess is technically out of the boundaries, as long as your lap counts, right? There's some low lines on Forest, I know that. On Holgis, I bet there's tons of ways you can cut. Same with Enduro. All that stuff. And since you guys are recording it, obviously we're going to get to see all your guys' runs and, you know, learn from you guys. I want to learn from you guys. You guys can learn from me from this video, the lines I'm taking on these tracks and whatnot. So I think this can get interesting, and hopefully it gets competitive. I mean, we only really need 10 runners to make this competitive. We don't need the entire community to do it, even though I'd love to see that happen. But that is basically it. I think that's the most simple way I can explain it to you. Yeah, I'll give you an example right now, just to be quick. I showed it in the video, but just to show you, right? So you spawn into the track, right? My live split's not on the screen, but right before or right as you click this button, you need to start your timer. So once you're in, your job is to then go to the finish line, because that is when your lap starts in testing. All right, so you have to know where all the finish lines are on every track. And then once you go over this, you do a lap, right? Go around the entire track, and then right as you go over this finish line and your time shows on Max HUD, that is a big part of this. Once that shows on Max HUD, that's exactly when you pause your timer and move on to the next track. And then you just do the same thing for every single track. Very simple. Hope I explained it well. If there's any weird details that maybe I didn't go over, let me know in the comments. But other than that, let's get into the run. I talked for way too long, but I just want to make this kind of clear. And you'll see how I do it in this video. Just do it as I do it. There's really no crazy way of doing it, but as long as your lap counts, you could do whatever you want on track. You can do any cut, anything crazy, anything like that. Hit that with the like button. I appreciate you guys, and enjoy my speedrun. It was a ton of fun, as always. All right. Peace. All right, boys, here we go. We're starting this run right now. Oh, go big boy. This Honda, man, freaking weighs so much. All right, we're off. This is the fastest way to get the start. All right, this is going to be a crucial part of these runs, is how you get out of the pits. That's why I want to leave it in there, because it adds some variation. This isn't just adding lap times. I think that's a bit boring. We're on the Honda, which I have been having a lot of fun riding. And honestly, I think it's probably the best bike for stock tracks. I think it just has a little bit more power. You know, it's got good suspension, good weight. You know, you're keeping the back tire down. So we'll see what time we can run here. So far, a fairly good lap time. Not bad. See if we can beat Moose, man. That's really the main thing. I want to try to see if I can get close to his in-game time. Because this is a new way of scoring it. I am the first person to do it this way. So all the runs that are up right now is only 2 other, you know, validated runs than mine. Those are all going to be invalidated. And hopefully delete it off as soon as I can get them, because I'm still not a mod on the website and the mods are not answering me, so. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, but we're riding fairly good here for the first lap. The run, a little bit of a mistake there. Alright, I'm ready to pause this. Okay, 122. Pretty good for Asin. Not too bad. Not too shabby, mate. Alright. Now we're going to Enduro. Our split here is 1 second slower, which honestly isn't that bad, considering this, you know, Asin split is usually going from the start line, so pretty good lap, pretty good lap. Load times are gonna take a minute. Alright, I have a lot of mods, so my load times are not the quickest by any means. This is gonna be really interesting. See what these times are gonna be. Alright, make sure we're set up on. We do not. What's the difference between these? Alright, that's the difference. We should just save this. Alright, here we go. Pretty sure we have to double click spacebar for the timer to start working correctly. So we do. Alright, good. Oh, jeez, I lost a lot of traction there. Fast way to get to this start line. Oh god. Seems to be doing this right here. We kind of went a little wide. All good. It is all good. Now I need a good time on this, because this track is very long and I know absolutely nothing about it, so we need to be aggressive. Try to beat our ghost at least. But it is a bit slippery, I'm noticing, which is a bit scary. Now, I'd like to go an entire run without crashing at all. That is a lot to ask, but I still think we can do it. Man, this bike is scaring me. It's freaking heavy, man. You lose the back end super quick. Feels like a 450. Oh! Not the most stability. We're still on our ghost though, as long as we can stick with them. Honestly, it's not too bad. It won't be that bad of a run. Oh my gosh, what's with those tires? Oh no. Oh. I mean, this is one of those tracks I've literally done probably 3 laps ever, and it's been only the runs that I've done competing with this have I ever hit a lap on here. Luckily I have markers around it. If they didn't, this would be not fun. Because I can already kind of see where the track's heading. Let's make it some time here. Okay, so you could send that. Yeah, I could get a lot of time on this lap. I just don't know the track at all. Not doing too bad though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, looks like we've done that before. Very hard to stop on this track. I'm not really sure what it is. This is like how all the stock tracks are if you vary the dirt, because it does feel very slippery. Oh, God. I think the cuts are very generous though, so we should be fine. There we go, to make some time. Alright, pause the timer. We're at a 2:25, which is a PB for me. Alright. Next on the list is Forest. Cannot get too ahead of ourselves on this track. It's one of those tracks I feel like we're all confident on. You don't want to get too confident though, because you can crash very easily, especially when you're trying to push the pace. So I think if we can run around at 105, 106, I'll take that. I will take that. Alright. Set up, on. Ready, set, go. Oh god. There we go. Missed the splits up a little bit. Splits are not that important though. It's honestly just there for me. If you guys want to do this run, you could just do it just one timer. You don't have to have a bunch of splits. I just think it's a bit interesting. Here we go. Lap is started. Oh god. Alright, well. As I said, this is a sneaky track when you're pushing the pace. It's very easy to go down. There's some really stupid mistake. So luckily we're going to survive there. So you can just keep up with this Yamaha time. I'd be happy with that. Try to send it down here. Oh, it's kind of tough with a ghost. I might take my ghost out, because I feel like I'm kind of focusing on the ghost a little too much. It sort of takes my vision away a little bit. When it's like right in front of me. Uh-oh. Stay up, baby. God, this bike is so heavy, I can't with it. Alright, pause the timer. Not too bad so far. Has not been great, but not terrible. Now we gotta go to the short version, which I think we can run absolute McGeeter on here. We're at 5 minutes 38 through 3 tracks. It's gonna be interesting to see how this stacks up against, you know, in-game time, because we already know my in-game time was about, I think it was 23:06, and that was just all lap times added together. So I want to know how much the pits adds, because I don't think we're gonna run much quicker in total time than that in game time. We might, I think we can break 23 total lap time, but I'm not 100% sure. Did crash twice. We had a bad straight rhythm. Straight rhythm's the main thing. I could gain like 10 seconds on straight rhythm alone. Alright. Do track, hit spacebar twice, and we're off. And we're off. Let's get it. A lot of back end issues with this bike. Not really sure why. Still just not like 100% confident on it, I feel like. Let's run a nice smooth time here. Oh god. Looks like it's gonna be a PB, which is pretty good. Ugh. Oh god. Pause the time. Looks like we're in a 39. That's okay. Not terrible. Now, what are we on? Holgis. Now, this is the important one. Okay, I made a setup specifically for these two tracks. You know, that should work well. There's also some kind of cheeky lines you can take around the pavement part. So, I don't know if I'm going to go for those. I might. At least for the Holgis layout. The dirt one isn't really that bad. Also, with the dirt one, you have to worry about your start. You know, you have to worry about how you get through the gate, because the timing gate for the start on that is interesting. Oh, I have to start the time. Ugh. Skip. There we go. I don't know why spacebar sometimes doesn't make the split. Well, we lose some time there, but it's fine. I'm not mad about it. Oh my ghost here, you can see there's a bit of a cheeky line right here. And as far as, you know, my rules, you guys can take any cheeky lines you want. Unless there's some major cut on these tracks, you know, taking cheeky lines like that are completely fine. As long as your lap counts. That's literally the only rule we have. Your lap just has to count. Otherwise, you can take any of these weird cheeky off-the-track lines. I have absolutely no problem with that. I think it makes the speedrunning a lot funner. A lot more fun, I should say. This lap is not amazing, but it is decent. Alright, it does count. Timer is paused. There's like so much going on. There's like, I have so many different hotkeys that do certain things. Try my best here. Alright, we're currently at 7 minutes 30 seconds. And it's saying that we are pretty far up on our time, it seems. Which is expected, considering all these load times are getting taken out. Alright, make sure setup is on. There we go. Alright. Go left here. It's kind of what I found works. I'm not exactly sure if there's a way to do it from the straightaway. There probably is. Well, we're just going to stay cautious and kind of forgot the lines on this track, but figure it out. It's dirt. Alright, turn here. I'm on medium tires. That's what I found worked well. Softened suspension up a ton as well. Hopefully don't lose the back end as much on corners like this. Already kind of losing it there, but that time counts. Nice. Alright. 826 after Holgis dirt. On to Manuwa. I do love me some Manuwa, dude. Probably my favorite stock track. That's down here. So we can click the forward arrow on those next few tracks. Not that it matters, but for your guys' sake, because you guys are watching this entire thing, and some of it's me just sitting here. Really curious what the final time is going to be. I think it's going to be high 20s would be my guess. Because these laps are about to get really short. Because you have Club, Nevada, Nevada, and you have both practice tracks. Actually kind of long. Practice track's kind of long. Straight them short. Last three are a bit long too, but... Alright. Here we are. Oh! Looks like I have the starter key for spacebar. I'm going to have to change that. Oh god. Honestly, I don't know why I just did that. I could have easily just went over the finish line right here, but it's fine. First run. With this timing, it is fine. See if I'm faster on the Honda on this track. I feel like I should be, because I am fairly good at it. Uh-oh. Right when I say that, bro, I literally don't get it. It's anytime I try to gas myself up, immediately the game's like, no, you suck. I'm like, oh, my bad. A lot of back end issues with this bike. I don't know why. Very confused. But we did not crash. So we still have not crashed this run. We did lose. We have lost some valuable time though. See if we can try to gain it back the rest of this lap. I think I just need to not talk as much. That's kind of the main thing. Just keep the focus on. Man, we lost so much time right there. It's actually sad. Lost time from the pits, and we lose time on the lap. Bit unfortunate. I mean, this is a really slow lap time right here. 141. Oh, God. Not great. Not a great outing. But we move on to Maryland. Another track, I'm going to be honest, this track is a little bit tough for me. It's a good track, but it's a bit slippery, and I think with this Honda's weight, we're going to probably get in a few close calls. So we need to just chill, and we should be fine. We're at 10 minutes through how many tracks? 7 tracks so far. Not a terrible run so far. Not terrible. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it is. You can hear like the bike trying to start when I click spacebar. It's pretty funny. Okay. The fastest way is this way, I believe. I probably could go on the other side of the tape, but it is fine. Alright, let's see if we can just keep up with our ghost here. So I'm pretty sure I ran a pretty damn fast time. On the Yamaha. Oh god. Just can't seem to be as aggressive with this bike. It's just the weight, for me at least. Oh my god, I hope we don't get cuts right there. I don't think we will. Shouldn't. I think that jump face is the marker for the timing gate, but I don't know what it is about the weight of this bike. It's so hard to control the back end. I'm just constantly fighting it, you know? Especially on tracks that are stock, because you don't have a lot of berms on these tracks. It's usually like flat corners, and especially if you want to take the lines that gain you time. Like, what the heck is that? Like, what? I do not know. We're gonna keep her going. We're not gonna give up. That's what we're not gonna do. If we don't, as long as we don't go down, I don't think these mistakes are that big of a problem. Just have to be more cautious. Man, our Yamaha time is a schmoove piece. Holy. That was kind of slow. If I can get like a 42 here, I wouldn't be mad. Not a great time, but... Wow, we're in a horrible time. Time does count. 146. Jeez. I mean, first run. Listen, first run. I cannot be too mad. We still have not crashed. But it is not going. It is definitely not going our way. Definitely some mistakes being made. Keep her going, though. My bad. Yeah, 12:26 through 8. Got club here. Oh god, club. Should be fine through club, hopefully. I pray. Alright, here we go. Go. Let's just run off 59, man. Like 59 is an easy time to run for us. For how much I've played this track in my day. A 59 is not hard at all. It's just a smooth lap. Lose some time right there, but I think we're okay. We can gain some time around this corner. Ah, missed the turn. All good. It's gonna be close to a 59. We can get this corner. Yeah, it's gonna be a 1 minute. 0.27. 2/10 off. Not bad. Close. Not great though. It's valuable time lost. Especially the top guys. Linz does this run, I think he'll blow us out of the water. I'd love to see him do it on a 250 though. We're on Nevada now. Oh god, I haven't done any supercross on this bike. We'll see what happens here. I should practice these runs, but dude, I just don't have time, bro. These runs are long. You know what I mean? That's why I think you should record every run, time every run. And, you know, as you're doing it, I think that's the best practice anyway. Space bar, and we are off. So this is one of those ones where the finish line is in a weird spot. So I kind of show you the way I do it. Right there. I have to like somehow get through these whoops, just wheelie them, you know. Just a little bit steez, just to add some steez to it, you know. It's easy. See how the suspension works. This is basically stock suspension, I believe. It's made for outdoors, I should say, actually. So it's not stock, but oh wow, almost tripled that. I'm not even gonna go for that corner skip. That skip can get very shaky, especially on this track. The cuts are very interesting. Wow, suspension needs a lot of work. It's okay. It's alright. Shouldn't lose too much time. Triple that. Triple these. Fairly good lap time here. Not terrible. It's not as good as our, you know, lap that we did on the Yamaha, but it's gonna be a 102.7. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Then we go to Nevada 2018. We're at 1454 through, what is it, 9 tracks now? I think we're through 10 now. Yeah, we're through 10. There's 7 more to go. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where this run goes. We're already over 4 minutes ahead of, I think we're over 5 minutes ahead of the full run. So if everything was recorded as time. Interesting. Save that. Alright. Get her going. Not sure what the fastest way to get to the start is. So we're just going to hop on the track here and just get a little more practice. And I think entering from that left side might be a little bit quicker. So finish line is not that big of a jump. We run a quicker lap here than our... We have a Husky time as our best time. Interesting. Oh, there's a lot of time right there. All good. It's like half a second. Can easily get that back. Do the whoopies. Come on. Oh, look at the power. Quad into the corner. This could be a huge time. Not sure what the fastest line is through here, but pause it. 54.86. Not bad. It's a PB. So we will take it. Oh my gosh. We got 6 tracks left. Where are we going now? Practice track. Alright. The practice track. Now this one, the pits are a bit away from the start line. So this one's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not sure if there's any good skip to get to the finish line quickly. Just because I feel like there's invisible walls. But we'll see. I think we're just going to go the normal route. But so far, 0 crashes still, which is huge, I think. Definitely some spots where we almost crashed and we lost a lot of time, especially on Manawa. That was really bad. Maryland was pretty bad. But we're okay in the long run. Alright, here we go. So we go this way. You kind of just have to follow it. I'm not sure if you can get over these fences, kind of the gray area. Might be able to. Might be some way to hop them or, you know, fly your bike over them, something like that. Because you cannot set markers on these runs. You have to go from the pits. Yeah. Very organic run. It's very simple. I think it's very simple the way we're doing it. I'm not a fan of just the laps getting added. That to me is boring, and I think it honestly takes away from what the speedrun was and is, because yeah, I wanted the load times to be in there, but obviously we can't do that. It's not fair. It makes no sense. So this is the best we can do. I asked Paboso if exit times differed, because I was going to just only take out load in times and leave exit times, but he lectured me on the fact that load out times also are, you know, differentiated from computer to computer. So do we get this triple? We do. Give us some more time on our Yamaha time. Yeah, it was nice of Pabobo to let me know. You can tell he's very into the, you know, coding and back-end sort of stuff on making games. So, smart dude. Can't argue that. See if we can somehow keep up with this time here. This is a track that is very sneaky, a lot of flat corners. You know, a lot of stuff you can fly into a little too quick and lose the back end, so kind of have to be careful on tracks like this, but they're also huge time saver tracks if you can run quick times. I kind of think it's good having a ghost though. You kind of just know where you're at. That berm's a bit quicker. There we go. 55.37, not a bad time. Not bad at all. Now we're on the short version. good run, man. I'm happy with this. I'm just a bit nervous for straight rhythm because, oh man, that could just destroy it all. I mean, you could lose 10 seconds in straight rhythm or go down and lose like 15. So the goal for straight rhythm is like a 48 to a 50. It's kind of where I'd like to go. But I mean, if I get a perfect run, I'd love to see like a 46, 45. But we're on the Honda. Again, it's a bike you just really just can't mess up on. You got to be perfect. So we'll see what happens, dude. It could be very interesting. Do not want to check my sag. I don't really care about that. Oh, there you go. I had to click the spacebar 3 times there to get to the next split. Nice job. Global hotkeys. You are the best thing ever. Oh my god. Troy, you gotta chill the frick out, man. Do you think it's also interesting that there is some downtime in this run? I obviously don't want to see people like going and then making food mid-run because there's downtime. Can't do that. You know, I still want these videos to all be one recording. So even the parts where your live split's not counting, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna have to record it. Just so we know your run is, not tampered with. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you left your computer for a couple days and you came back, or you just put a cut in the video and left your live split up. But I have faith in the community that no one will cheat. And honestly, if you can have your mic on like I am, you don't have to talk a bunch, but I don't know, I feel like it'd be kind of cool to see what your thoughts are on what you're doing. Oh, pause it. Alright, there we go. 1 minute point 9. Almost forgot to pause it, bro. I was like thinking about what I was gonna say and I just kept writing. That would have been so stupid. That is something that Jan would do, though. His mind is definitely traveling and wandering. So this track is interesting because you're not actually going to like a start line. You're just getting thrown into the break. So right when you click 2 track, just click the timer on. That is how we're gonna do it. The timer has to be on before you're moving. You can click 2 track before the timer starts, but before you start moving, you have to, unless you're on this track right here, because this track, you're automatically going into the gates. You're not going to be moving till the gate drops. So you have to start the timer before you enter this or right as you're entering it. Either one. I have to press this twice, so I'm going to do it before. There you go. Next split. There we go. All right. This is it right here. Most stressful part of the run. You be nice and careful. A little bit of a case there. I'm gonna have to double. My goodness, we do lose a little bit of time, but it honestly isn't that bad. We just have to not go down. It's kind of the main thing I'm scared of right now. Pretty good so far, not bad. There we go. A triple, yes! Let's go. Gonna lose some time tripling these, but it's all good. It's a smooth run, that's it. It's all we needed. Not something crazy. Something smooth, that's gonna be a 49. And I'm gonna take that every day of the week, I'm gonna be honest. It's not a great time. I've run 44s, 45s, but for a speed run that is this length, consistency is important. All right, we got Washington now. 3 more tracks to go. These are all pretty long ones, but they're all very, very easy ones, I would say. Washington's kind of hard, but both the Winchesters are very, very simple tracks. We're at 20 minutes. Okay. 3 more to go. They're all about 2-minute lap times. Maybe a little under. So that puts us on pace for about a 26:30, but obviously we're going out of the pits as well. Especially on Washington, it takes a while to get actually to the starting line. I'll show you guys my strategy to doing it, but I feel like people are going to come up with some wacky ways of doing it. We'll see. We'll see who's got the biggest of brains, but Going to go to track, so the split. So we're just gonna literally ride the track as usual. I've done this in my other 2 runs, I believe. And then, as you come down here, I'm going to use this berm to jump over the white fence, and then come this way, because there's a gap in this fence around here, and the fence around this track is actually an invisible wall, so you can't even go outside of this, I don't think. Again, I'm saying I don't think, because I genuinely do not know or think that you can. Maybe you can, I have no idea. But it doesn't matter now, we're on a lap. Let's see what we can do here on the Honda. Should be able to do better than my Yamaha time. But we'll see. See if there's any time to make up. And this is, I feel like, another run where I feel like I'm only pushing like 75%. I'm really not hanging it out there because I just don't want to fall. And honestly, maybe it's probably worth it to hang it out and fall a few times in a run. Because I feel like you're going to make up your time that you're going to lose from falling anyway. Ooh, that's just not how I roll, bro. It's just not. Maybe I'm not built for speedrunning. I don't know. I probably am not, to be honest. I mean, this will not stand as a world record if, you know, people actually attempt to beat it. You know, Moose beat my original record, even though that was a bit of an interesting way to score, just adding lap times. But this is not, it's not too far off that, to be honest with you. It's just adding in going from the pits, so. Not a terrible run from me here. It's not a great lap. But we're gonna follow our go, so it's not terrible. It's probably a 50 flat, I'm guessing. Oh god. It's gonna be a 51.49. So we probably lose about 2 seconds on that run. But we did pretty good getting to the start line, so. Sorry, I'm sipping water here. Talking for this long and it just, your mouth gets dry. Now, 23-23. Ooh, LeBron. 23-23-42. Interesting numby there. Imagine it was 23-23-23. Bro. The stars would be aligned, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're about over 8 minutes above the previous time. So that means we are easily on pace for a sub 30. But again, I don't know what the time's going to be. I'm predicting a 26:30. I'm probably guessing it's going to be more around like a 27:15 if you're including going from the pits, maybe even longer, 27:30, so. You're going to see, there we go, finally it switches. Still need to figure out the hotkeys a little bit, but global hotkeys is definitely the best way to do it, no doubt. Don't know what the fast way to do this is. So we still have to make this freaking jump here. This jump's kind of big. I don't think the mix-on finish line's that large, but we're gonna be schmoovin' here. This is a track, again, I'm not very familiar with. Never see this track on, you know, track lists or anything. It's one of the probably most underrated tracks in the game, I would say, as far as stock tracks. No one rides it. Same with Enduro. Another track I feel like is probably not the best to race, but I feel like riding it, especially if you're a newer player, it actually help you a lot. You know, I think a lot of people just want to hop on the wide open short tracks like Forest and whatnot, but those tracks, it's very easy to hit a wall in the way you play the game if you just play those tracks, but I feel like if you hop on, you know, this track or, you know, Enduro or a little bit more technical tracks, because this track is a bit technical, I'm going to say it. It is flat, alright? There's no roughness, but I think if you want to go fast on it, like there's a lot you have to learn about apexing and cornering, because the berms are pretty slippery. You know, see how I'm sliding the back tire into them? You kind of have to, the way they're like formed. Uh-oh. Survive it. Well, that's a bit of a time loss, but we'll live to see another day at least. We're not going to go down. Okay, there we go. 139.2. Not great, but not terrible. Above average. I think, anyway. I have no idea. I have no idea what's a good time on that track. All right, last track. We're at 25-21. So I think we could run like a 58 here, 57 is probably what I'd say for MX on. We're on the Honda. Again, I'm not super familiar with this bike, so I will be able to improve on this time fairly easily, I think, the next time I do this, which is good. And I think it's going to make it more fun rather than me coming out and just running an absolute just burn piece of a speedrun and then never being able to beat it. That'd be pretty, you know, not encouraging, but yeah, I'd say including pit times is probably going to take around 2:15. Not sure how far the pits are away. I don't really remember. So it's gonna be under 27, I think, in the end, if we have a clean run here, which we should. Here we are. Now, I don't know really the fastest way. I think it's just this way, right? Yeah. I think we're gonna cut this off a little early, and then should be able to clear this double. Yeah, it's not very big. Oh. So we can just hang with our ghost here. I'm pretty sure our ghost put down a decent time, probably a 58 I'm guessing, but Honda's quicker than the Yamaha, so we should be able to pull a little bit in certain areas. Let's see. Oh geez. Keeping up. We're not gaining any time though. We need to start scrubbing. I haven't really scrubbed at all this entire video. I've just been so dialed into staying up and not crashing. Let's turn on the horsey a little bit here. It's the last part of the run. Show people what we got in this in the back here. You know, we could go inside there and try to triple, but I actually didn't get that triple last time. Interesting. We actually are going to gain time on this. Wow, I'm kind of feeling good right now, I'm not going to lie. Feeling spunky on this Honda. Honestly, I feel way better than what I felt in Assen. I feel like through this run, I've learned a lot about how the bike feels and how it works and the weight. Good. Not a great lap here. 58.1, but it's going to end our run. I don't know why I clicked it again. Whatever. 27:37 is going to be the official time. If we want to look at it more, we can probably figure it out. I'm not sure how I end the run, because the clock is gray. I don't know what that means exactly. If that means do I have to click space bar? I don't know. I just click pause, so I'm kind of scared now. Frick. There we go. 27:38, fine. I added some more time to it, that's fine. I think we'll beat this in the future. It's gonna be a 27:38. Not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's great. It's not amazing. We didn't run the best laps. We had a few mishaps. Manawa, Maryland. A few load-in kind of complications, but other than that, I think we're gonna take that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are still here, put Schmeezy in the comments. Just type Schmeezy. however the hell you want to type it. I don't really know how to spell it either. I just say it. So type that in the comments, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much. And please attempt the run. Please, I'd really appreciate it. Film it, record it, get live split. All you need is a timer. You don't have to do all this split stuff. I don't care about any of it. Just have a timer on there. It's probably easier to understand that way anyway. And yeah, see you guys next video. Peace.